Hey, what's up? I'm Deek from RelaxShacks.com. Upcoming, and I'm getting very excited for this, is the Tiny House Jamboree in Colorado. I'm going to be there as one of the speakers. I'm going to be doing some live painting. There are a huge amount of tiny houses that will be on scene and a variety of speakers. Speaking of which, Turning Tiny, a book kind of rounding up some of the speakers that will be at the Tiny House Jamboree, is going to be released that same weekend as well. Make sure you check that out. I'm one of the authors amongst, I think, 60 tiny house luminaries in that book. But here's what I'm getting at. I've been working on a documentary film, or trying to fund it, crowdfund it, with my buddy Alex Eves. It's called, well, loosely we're just referring to it as Box Truck Film. I'm up in Maine right now on vacation, kind of central Maine, and there's a really cool dump, aka transfer station, where I've picked a few things. I do this each year because I want to take these things and make them into something else, the mental challenge of it, and I'm making this into a contest. For instance, my buddy Alex really into coffee, so I found this very old vintage Drippolator little dispenser here, you know, a little coffee kettle. I don't know what we'll do with that. For the other parts of it right here, now this is an easy one, they clip apart, but if you're to drill through the top here, the sieve-like piece, you have this cool, add an IKEA light piece, an industrial light fitting that could be used in the box truck conversion tiny house that we're working on. Beyond that, a bunch of leftover, I mean, some of this isn't really saving a lot of money, but it's just the principle of trying to incorporate some otherwise discarded or junk materials into a build we're working on. This tin roofing right here, not the vintage stuff, but clean some of this up, could make a cool backsplash, something with character in a tiny house or box truck conversion kitchen. Beyond that, as I clatter and clank, I grabbed this. They had a ton of these, but I only wanted one. I could clean these up too with some Brillo and shine them up again. Large tent pole. Now, these things get pretty strong. I'm figuring you could use this as a giant curtain, shower curtain, flagpole, God knows what. It has potential in what we're building. Granted, we might not use this stuff in the actual builder conversion, but we have the possibility of doing so by me harvesting some of this stuff. Whatever we don't use goes back in the hibby. By that I mean the dump or recycling center. Now here's the one for the contest. I already know what I might do with this, but I found this really heavy, solid, vintage steering wheel. I don't know what kind of vehicle it might be too. If you know, fill in the comments. This is a contest for a set of plans for the transforming A-frame cabin plan I have, $30 value. For a tiny house plans for the Cub, another $30 value. And I will throw in an original art piece of mine, kind of grab bag style, $2 million value, no, I don't know, as part of it. And I don't know, I'll figure out some date, some time, duration for this. But in the comments below, this is a contest video style. Simply tell me, what would you do with something like this in terms of repurposing it into something new, funky, original, creative? An old steering wheel. So just so you can see it a little bit better, it's got a hole right through it. This thing is kind of rubber coated a little bit, metal, very heavy. But what would you use this for? What's your original creative repurposing idea? Enter it below and you could win this contest number 1.